The last time we've seen the Pacific TOA, they were falling to the unbelievable Argentinian Jaguares side, who are now top of the table. Since then, the Pacific TOA have fallen down to third position. They will be unhappy, they will be angry, and they'll be looking to take that out and bounce back to form against today's opponents, the Glasgow Warriors. Hello everyone and welcome back along to the Global Rugby Challenge, the GRC, or the Subscriber Series, the series where you guys take the field against the world's elite. Today it is the TOA versus the Warriors, and the Glasgow side will be at home for tonight's fixture. They sit way down the table, down in 9th position, just 2 wins and a draw to their name to go along with 5 losses. Most notably, in recent form, they have been hammered, especially by the top sides. They took on the Flakers 2 rounds ago in round 8 and got put to the sword 42 points to nil. Since then, though, they bounced back somewhat to pick up a losing bonus point against Leinster, 25 points to 18. Their side, though, is fairly strong, and it's a bit of a struggle to see why they struggle so much on the field. Looking at the team, Aki Sayuli, Fraser Brown and Xander Fagerson is their front row, with Scott Cummins and Johnny Gray in the middle of the pack. The back row looks good as well. Rob Harley, Callum Gibbons and Adam Ash complete the pack. Moving into the back line, George Horn and Roy Jackson are the halves combination, with Sam Johnson and Hugh Jones in the midfield. DTH Van der Merwe, the impressive Canadian, is on the left wing, with Tommy Seymour on the right and Peter Murchie at fullback. It looks good on paper for Glasgow, but only 2 wins from their season so far is nothing short of disappointing, and they have nothing more to play for with that banana skin team to trip the top sides up. Could today be that day? No pressure, just express yourself. That's the message for Glasgow. Can they do the job, though, against the TOA? The TOA, which are a very impressive side so far this season, early front runners, and they've tripped up a couple of hurdles along the way. Most notably, of course, will be their last match against the Jaguares. They also took out some impressive teams early in the season, but it was a team in a similar spot back in round 8 that they thumped 35 points to 7 in the Saracens. That's will be looking at doing that today as well against the Glasgow Warriors. They've mixed up their side for today's matchup, expectant of the victory. They've taken a few experiments into their stride. The front row will be Siliki Kavalu with Shea Givens at hooker and Samisi Lincoln Atamai on the tight end side of that front row. Zandre Lambrex has been super impressive all season long, and he'll have a partner with Hiron Andrews, the big tall timber, in that second row with them. The back row has been phenomenal. Conrad Themby will be at 6, Tama Bailey at 7, and the captain himself, Ross Cameron with the armband, will be at number 8. Finn Hansen and Loreno Tammy will be the halves, with Tom Barrett, Marcus White in midfield, Daryl Gray on the left wing, Max Hansen on the right, and I fill off a sofa at fullback. This is one impressive looking backline. Give them space at your peril. They love to run and they love to score tries. With a TOA, they'll want points, plenty of them, tries out their ears, and a thrashing with a bonus point will be the only result that will go down well here for the TOA fans. They've got 80 minutes to do it. Let's get this game underway. And it will be Loreno Tammy and the TOA to kick off. Of course, they're playing in their away strip today, the white against the black, or very, very dark blue, of the Glasgow Warriors. There is a strong breeze here for Tammy as he looks to his left, gets a signal from the referee and gets us underway for this round 10 clash between the TOA and the Glasgow Warriors.
Release.
And the first hit up comes away of the home side. Horn goes back to Jackson, who's knocked it on. And Loreno Tammy has picked it up, and Andrews charges forward. He's going to surely lose out on possession here. No, Tammy has it for the TOA. Here's Fenby. Strong run from Conrad Fenby. Drops it out the back for Hansen. It's a little bit messy, but of course they've got advantage on their side as Daryl Gray looks to get a little bit fancy with a grubber kick in behind. No one in front of him.
Crouch.
Just Tommy Seymour to beat.
Sit.
A scrum feed for Hansen instead. And it's a good one too by the TOA pack. Here is Ross Cameron, the big number 8, storming straight through and will score. Over the line he goes, and that's a try. Almost certainly a try. The referee is not sure, and he's going upstairs to have a look. But my goodness me, Ross Cameron, what a barnstorming run this was from the number 8. Picked it up, Oh, the acceleration. Straight up against Peter Marchi, and then just about surely no chance of a try save there. Rob Harley, you've got no chance at all. That is a try, and I'm not sure why we're looking at it again. He skinned in between winger and outside centre. Hugh Jones and Tommy Seymour, is it? No chance. But we look at the other side, maybe DTH Van der Merwe on defence. Just, split them beautifully. It is, in fact, Van der Merwe himself, but that's over, that's down. That's a try. Ross Cameron, take the first. No try called! Oh, that is unbelievable! The ball
Crouch.
was clearly
Fine.
placed on the floor, on the grass,
Sit.
on the ground, whatever you want to call it. That's a try. Not hard to spell, and Glasgow get the hit back, and they'll turn this ball over. Oh, no, they won't. Well, the TOA, not to be outdone here, and Ross Cameron, not to be outdone, has another go. The ball squirts it again, the offload. A little bit explosive there. It's Daryl Gray! He'll get it under the sticks instead. Oh, they are insatiable. The Pacific TOA, so hard not to love. And they've done a brilliant job yet again. Ross Cameron wanted another go, and he just about did it too, but a very strong tackle coming in from Peter Marchi. And then Shea Gibbons picks it up, pops it off, one out. And Daryl Gray bulldozes his way through with some express pace. Great tackle there on Ross Cameron. He thought he was going to have another crack at the line. But at pace, hits the ball beautifully, Daryl Gray. And grabs the first try of the match after a couple of attempts of trying. They finally got that 5-pointer under their belt. Lorino Tammy will have the conversion, and he is in possibly the best position you could want to be in. Slight breeze coming from the left side, but should prove no barrier here for Tammy as he knocks it over, no problem. The beautiful long locks of Lorino Tammy adds the extra 2. It is 7-0. Pacific TOA over the Glasgow Warriors after almost quarter of an hour. It's been all one-way traffic as far as the territorial battle goes. The TOA have been firmly encamped down in that 22. As Femby grabs it in, Sofa, back to Hansen, having a little bit of a run here. Daryl Gray's knocked it on, Ross Cameron's knocked it on. A double knock on, and somehow they got it back there. The Warriors, they wanted to have a bit of a run, but the referee has said no, 2 knock-ons. We've got to call it back. The first would have given advantage,
Crouch.
The second though, certainly
Bind.
not up to that task.
Sit.
Put in will go for George Horn. And the scrum has been fairly steady for Glasgow. I'll be hoping for more of that same right now. It is solid enough. Horn to Jackson. Looks on the outside. Beautiful ball to Van der Merwe. One man on the outside. He'll get there in the end. Hugh Jones had to run a mile to get away from the defenders. But Hugh Jones will score. And the Glasgow Warriors are back in the game. That was a great play from the scrum. Jackson did brilliantly to draw in 4 defenders. DTH Van der Merwe passing off to Hugh Jones. Round the outside he goes and finishes it in style against some fairly lackluster defence from the Pacific TOA. Well, Sofa just lost his footing there as he tried to cover across. No, that was Daryl Gray, in fact. Sofa was the first one there. Daryl Gray a bit caught in 2 minds whether he wanted to go with the inside runner of Van der Merwe, who he was man-marked on, or cover out wide for Hugh Jones, who was simply wide open. Here is Roy Jackson from the sideline. That is a great kick. Using the winds to the full extreme. And the Warriors fight straight back to even it up with the TOA. We are 20 minutes in, and we've got a 7-all ball game. This is great stuff so far from the Warriors. Back to Tammy on halfway for the TOA. And he goes against the breeze this side very high. That is an extraordinarily good kick. And somehow slicing dragged in from the Warriors. And eventually it is Colin Gibbons who takes it up to the 10-metre line. Here's Horn. Now he gets a bit of width on it. Johnny Gray, nice ball out. And here's Rob Hardy with a great play to the big man, Aki Sailu. Oh, what a ball back inside of Van der Merwe. Van der Merwe to the line. Big chase from Sofa. Won't stop him. And DTH Van der Merwe will score. magnificent play from the Warriors. Aki Sailey here. I was wondering what he was going to do. Van der Merwe, he split Sofa by going on that inside line, and they just jinked and jived. It was a weave, don't get shot from Van der Merwe. He played it off beautifully. Sailey, oh, he did so well there. Just in time, that enough to give the doubts in the minds of Sofa at the back. What a try. Straight off the kickoff too, pretty much. And that is the ultimate hit back as well. First try was great. The second one was beautiful. Here's Jackson again, and he's got this win down pat. Beautiful work from the Warriors fly half. It is 47, can you believe? The TOA trail as we head towards now the half an hour mark of the match. And there's a little bit of soul searching to be done here for the TOA. That left side kickoff was fairly successful in the terms of players competing for the ball. They just got there a bit too early. Here's Bailey. Summer Bailey does very well. Gets a couple of little boys there to help him out, but it will be Ross Cameron who runs it from the back now. Here's Sitaleki Kavalu. Went for the fleet-footed approach rather than the power approach. Here's Lincoln Adamai out to Lambrex. Max Hansen. Max Hansen 101. Oh, beats him easily, and Max Hansen scores. Peter Murchie absolutely left sprawling. And we talked about fleet-footedness there of Sitaleki Kavalu, but it was in fact Max Hansen who got it right. Samisi Lincoln Adamai, he started off Sunday Lambrex. Great pass. And Max Hansen one-on-one with Murchie, who overcommits. Looking to force the little right winger into touch, but we know he's got a step of depth. And that was hard to stop for anyone. He needs to be stopped there on the 22. Once he got that head of steam up, once he got that momentum, the shape that he wanted, it would have been too much for anyone to stop. Max Hansen, great work. Second try in the hit back from the TOA. And the chance now for Tammy to tie it up. As we're still 10 minutes away from half-time, this game has had it all so far, and we are far from being over. Here is Tammy. Oh, he's hit that very high, and the winds can't stop it going over. It takes it up, but it does not stop it going the distance. That is 14-14 now. The Warriors of the TOA all tied up. 32 minutes almost gone. Still got a good portion of this match still to play. As Roy Jackson gets us back underway. Deep one down to Tama Bailey. That's a big tackle there, and he's going to lose the ball. Great turnover there from Hugh Jones. Now into the midfield they go. Harley outside, in the middle. Scott Cummins cutting it over. Cummins the line, just short, and turnover from Kavalu. And Daryl Gray pops it down the wing. Finds it the back for Murchie. He's gone to the heavens inside the 22. Dangerous play, but Kavalu, the loose head prop of all people, gets up off the floor and he takes the mark. Well, this is trouble time for the Pacific TOA as a free kick from Loreno Tammy does not find touch, and it's run straight back too. Nicely done from Sam Johnson. Eventually Lambrex is the one to stop him. To the left side of Colton Gibbons now, and charging to the middle was Johnny Gray, finding Tommy Seymour on his inside. Here is now another run. Johnny Gray, he's in everything at the moment. Lambrex is just about smashed. And a beautiful tackle in the end, stopping Xander Fagerson in his tracks. Numbers on the left, they want to use him. Jackson gives to Jones. Jones over the top. Oh, Van der Merwe inside. Here's Colin Gibbons, the former Hurricanes player. Up to the 22, turnover from Finn Hansen. This is sensational. Loreno Tammy, where does he go? For touch? No, he's gone for the try. And they almost, well, they do in fact lose the ball. And Glasgow get it back. Here's Harley again, trying to pitch the way through. Fagerson inside for Gibbons. This has got to be a turnover, it will be. Conrad Femby's knocked it on. And last chance now for the Glasgow Warriors if they want to have another go at the try line. Neither side wanting to go to half-time. Sailu, the way to Van der Merwe.
Release.
And he stopped at the 10-metre line. Will they blow up advantage for this? No. Yes, they will. Not on that face. But one pass later. was enough, says the referee. He sends the two teams to the sheds. This has been quite a matchup so far. Doesn't matter where they sit, 3rd versus 9th. We're all tied up at 14 points apiece at the halftime break, and there's nothing between them. Possession, territory, line breaks, everything is almost dead even throughout. Just shows how close these two teams actually are, despite their position on the ladder. It is 2 tries apiece, 2 conversions, and plenty of chances as well. But neither side takes the advantage into half-time. We've got 40 minutes to go though, and as the first half showed, there is plenty to come from these two teams. Let's get back down to the action. Glasgow 14, Pacific Toa 14. Who will make that vital break? 2 tries apiece, 14 all is the score. Underway we go, Rory Jackson going long, dig down to Finn Hansen, and back to Shay Gibbons, and the hooker, he's gone for the unlikely punt down the middle of the park, and Murchie is back there waiting. He steps and he drives, and Horn does nicely through into midfield, and Gibbons eventually back it goes to Ferguson, and in midfield it's Johnson who takes it to ground, passing faster than the eye can see as that's a mistake from Gibbons. An advantage now with the Toa. What can they do? Looking to deceive. Samixi Lincoln Atamai. Supported is in and outside. Barrett will go through the middle. And Tom Barrett will score. That is a crucial try. Samixi Lincoln Atamai starts that beautiful move. And just like that, we have a leader yet again. There he goes. Samixi Lincoln Atamai. Inside pass. Supported the in and out. Had to choose which way to go, and did it very, very nicely. There's the decision making. Took out Murchie and set away his inside centre with a great finish as well. That was an enjoyable one to watch. Plenty of space, plenty of time, and they used both of those to full effect as well. Loreno Tammy, he's back. Right in front of the sticks where he prefers to be, like any goal kicker. And another 2 is added. No problem there. It's now 21 points to 14. And the Pacific Toa take their lead back. 7 points in front of the Warriors. But still we have 33 minutes to play. Back to Jackson. Back to Glasgow, kicking off this time, left side, very, very, very high. And nicely taken and beautifully offloaded as well. Here's Cameron, loves the run, loves a bit of the mongrel, loves a bit of that play. What a run from Ross Cameron. Unbelievable work from the big number 8. Hansen to Tammy. He's gone straight through. Where can he find the supporters? Out wide he goes. Marcus White. Oh, what a pass. Sensational by the Toa. They take now a very strong 12-point lead with a kick to come. Marcus White scores, and this could be the flourish that decides this fixture. Tammy found a lot of space in that first receiver channel, and then what a pass. What an absolute beautiful pass from the fly half to find Marcus White. Such a finisher. Got on the outside of everyone, left Murchie for dust. Sam Johnson covering it back, but he was committed to a line that no one took. And it was a glorious ending for Marcus White. And the Pacific Toa now extend that out to a 12-point lead, kick to come. Loreno Tammy, he started it all nicely as well. And he'll have the chance to put over another 2, make it 28-14. Game-changing moments right there. And this one starts to slip away from the Glasgow Warriors. They've looked tidy, they've looked nice, but they surely haven't finished the chances, especially in the second half. They have been outplayed by the Toa. Back to Jackson. And he kicks off deep yet again, and here is Gibbons. Oh, what a run by the hooker. Daryl Gray on the sideline goes into touch. Spilled ball, referee said backwards from Shay Gibbons. But it will be Glasgow with the line out. Just outside the Toa 22. Fraser Brown to throw. Takes his time here on this one. At the front though, Scott Cummins does very nicely. Jackson wide out for Van der Merwe, who's been in absolute danger all night long. Offload too. Oh, Johnson inside. Johnson going for line. Oh, he's just short.
Release.
What a play from Sam Johnson at the line. Beautiful work. It's going to be a try for Rob Harley. Rory Jackson went over unselfishly, finds the big man in 6, and the third try is scored for the Glasgow Warriors. Rob Harley scores it, but this was a magnificent try. Sam Johnson went very close. Sofa stopped him just a metre or so short, and then beautiful work, beating the defenders, but still finding the man in space of Rob Harley. Rory Jackson, this was outstanding. Watch him go through this defender. Easily beats him, but still had that class to find a man closer to the uprights. Remember, of course, Rory Jackson, here's the one taking the kicks. So he wanted it as easy as possible. He wants to give his team the best chance to get back in this game. An important kick here. Right in front, no mistake. We're into the 60s now. 20 minutes to play. It is now a 7-point ball game. 28-21. And everything to play for. Bonus point, of course, already in the bank now for the Pacific Tower. One more try required for the Warriors. As Loreno Tammy gets us back underway. Hansen chasing hard but beautifully from Xander Fagerson.
Release.
Dragging that in for the Glasgow Warriors, who almost lose the ball in this breakdown. Opening it up for Rob Harley. Something brilliant to something terrible. He's knocked that on. And out of the big space here for Ross Cameron. Big gap right in the middle. Fires it out to the left. White to Gibbons. Gibbons with numbers on his outside. And it's Tom Barrett chalking another one down for the inside centre. He's been amazing this season. 33 up to 21. And the mistake from Rob Harley has proved a massive turning point in this game yet again. Cameron fired it wide. Chose to use the numbers, and so did the rest of the players out on the left. They had to score there, the Pacific Tower, and the mistakes punished by the Tower. What could have been back the other way, Rob Harley unable to hang on to the ball, and how quickly they are to pounce here, the Tower as well. Captain for tonight, Ross Cameron, has been phenomenal throughout. And that should seal it as we make our way now into the last quarter of an hour of this match. Loreno Tammy put the lead back out to 14, 35 to 21. There it is! Flawless from the tee. Loreno Tammy adds another 2 points now. Possibly too far for the Warriors to chase back. Well, it's been a try fest, hasn't it? It's been tries left, right, centre, but I feel we're not done yet. Andrews, the strong run, but a very strong presence in the breakdown. Oh, the Warriors have turned it over again. A pick and go out to Van der Merwe, trying to slip inside.
Release.
And he's taken down nicely eventually. They continue on left, cutting back in Johnson, back to Johnny Gray. Just a couple more metres infield they go. Brown looks for Van der Merwe, couldn't find him. Inside the 22 now are the Warriors. Pick and go to some. Oh, brilliant work there. Cutting on the inside. What a play from Adam Ash.
Release.
Here's Rob Harley. Opening it up to Johnson. Numbers out here on the left. Do they want to use them? Cutting back and field nicely. It's going to be a try. It's for Hugh Jones again. No, he stopped a metre short. Glasgow right there. Fagerson. Johnson. Oh, big pass, big numbers, gotta be a try! Johnny Gray scores! Right under the uprights. Another try for the Warriors. Their fourth bonus point play as well. Johnny Gray scores. Hugh Jones went close. Fagerson waddles his way up. Johnson out wide. The defence was absolutely bamboozled and they swamped him, almost carrying him over. It looked almost as if like Cavallo had done enough to stop Johnny Gray, but the cover defence come across and they just couldn't slow him down. Inside ball beautifully from Saili. And Johnny Gray has scored what could be a crucial try in this game for the Warriors. Not only are they back with a chance to tie it up, they're also back now with this conversion. Yes, it's good. To get another bonus point. That try could mean 2 bonus points for the Glasgow Warriors. 1 certainly in the bank. If they can defend these last 4 minutes, they will take 2 against the Pacific Tower. Who would have thought that could have been such a thing for the Warriors tonight? Loreno Tammy gets us back underway. Another high kick to this right-hand attacking edge. And Xander Fagerson climbs high. And a dream is alive for the Warriors.
Release.
Adam Ash with the go. Here's Van der Merwe. Charges up. What do they want to do here, the Warriors? They kick it out and take 2 points, and they go for the draw. Out wide. Looks like they're going for the draw. Here is Hugh Jones trying to break his way through. Turned over from Gray. Gray to the touchline. Oh, he's out. It's all over. Anticlimactic hand. But Daryl Gray probably happy to let that one go out. They take the win to the Pacific Tower, but boy oh boy, they've been pushed all the way by the Glasgow Warriors. 7 points of difference, and there is disappointment all around both of these sides. 5 tries to 4. What a game of rugby we have witnessed here tonight. Glasgow, the Warriors will be disappointed they could not get that victory or even the draw. But the Pacific Tower, they'll be disappointed that they've let them get this close. 3rd versus 9th. Credit here to the Tower. They've taken a full 5-point victory, but they've given 2 to the Warriors. Let's go through the scores because there is a lot of them. Okay, Johnny Gray with 1. Rob Harley, DTH Van der Merwe, and Hugh Jones with all 1 apiece. 4 tries, a bonus point. Rory Jackson, of course, perfect from the tee. 4 out of 4 conversions. For the Pacific Tower, Daryl Gray with 1. Also Marcus White and Max Hansen with 1. But it was 2 for Tom Barrett, proving to be a big difference maker in this matchup. Of course, Loreno Tammy, 5 out of 5 from the tee. Boy, this was one hell of a game between these two sides. 35-28, the final score, and disappointment all around. Defensively, there was no such thing. Full-time stats, my word, could have it got any closer here. 50-50 on possession, 50-50 on territory. Handling error is a big problem for the Tower, but they made it work. Glasgow even beat them on line breaks, which is one telling stat for how the Tower like to play. They weren't allowed to play that as much as they would have liked. A lot of tackles by the two sides as well, over 80 throughout the matchup. This was an absolute clinic of attacking rugby from both of these two sides. But it's the Tower. They take 5. Glasgow take just the 2. And with it, they go top of the table as well. But look at that first line. Games played, they are on 10. Jaguares still on 8. They've got a 3-point lead. 2 games in hand, though, have the Jaguares. And 1 in hand have the Flakers also on 35. So top place far from guaranteed here. It is still in the Jaguares court. What they want to do, how they play, will decide who will take top spot. Flakers, they're still in the picture as well. Dragons on 31, a lot of work to do. The Guardians and the All Flakes still far off the pace as far as this competition goes. For the Warriors, though, 2 bonus points props them up equal with Claremont, and a chance that they could eventually maybe jump up another spot into 9th position. You see, Leinster Crusaders have both played 10 as well. They sit on 22 and 21. A chance if Claremont want to play that they could, along with the Warriors, get into that conversation for 7th and 8th. But overall, boy, what a game. The Tower, they had to fight hard, though, to get that victory in round 10. So what does that leave us to look forward to for the remaining round 10 matches? We see the Jaguares are hosting the All Flakes. That is going to be some mouth-watering prospect. And then the Saracens will host the Guardians in the final match of round 10. Then we've finally got another subscriber versus subscriber clash in the opening match of round 11. That is going to be an absolute stunner as well. Pacific Tower versus Flakers. Put that one in your diary. Game 1, round 11. Can't wait to see that. But also can't wait to see if the All Flakes can upset the apple cart and take out the Jaguares in the next game of round 10. This is going to be one big finish for the season. And that does do us for today's matchup. A big win for the TOA, but they had to work for every single point over the Glasgow Warriors. No game is guaranteed in this competition. We've seen it throughout the season, and teams just can't take anything for granted. Next up, the All Flakes are on the road, and they take on the high-flying Jaguares, the only AI team really competing this season. I hope to see you all there for that one as well. Can't wait for that clash. Until then, thanks for tuning and watching as always, and I'll see you all next time for plenty more rugby from the GRC. Until then though, take care.